Evangelical Church Winning All, previously known as the Evangelical Church of West Africa, is one of the largest Christian denominations in Nigeria, with about 10 million members. Ecwa is a partner church of the International Christian Mission Organization, serving in mission. Ecwa was founded in the year 1954 when the SIM-related churches, initially in Nigeria, came together to form an indigenous body. Since that time, mission stations, Bible schools, academic schools, and medical programs have been transferred to its leadership. Thank you for joining on Ecwa Headquarters Update. The headlines: Ecwa International Choir Competition, Ecwa Television Gubernatorial Debate, and Ecwa Schools Administrators Conference 2022. The details. The Ecwa Choir Competition, which is an annual program that brings choirs of different zones to compete, aiming at a trophy or gift. Out of the 10 zones in Ecwa, 6 zones participated, and they are the Northeast Zone 1 and 2, Northwest Zone, the Plateau Zone, and Gada Zone. The competition started from Friday 12th up till Sunday 14th August 2022. The theme for the competition was One Voice. This year's competition was based on the personal experience of choir singers from all over Ecwa who picked and passed on human idol through songs. The choir representing the different zones in Ecwa came well prepared as they took part in the singing contest. They were familiar with the large crowds and were not threatened by the turnout of people or moved by performance anxiety, which made them choose songs that are well suited for their voice to sing, understanding clearly that a contest is very different from doing performances in their local churches.
We're going to have 6 zones contesting or competing for the trophy that Ecwa have given. And out of that, the winners, the first will be given a trophy. We have a cup and some token. The second and the third. And then our thinking for the choir is that we are so happy that the General Church Council have adopted the choir and it has reflected in the Ecwa Constitution. Now we don't have any bounds towards doing that which we're going to make Ecwa proud. We want to digress a bit and then contextualize the songs. Want to contextualize it to have it traditionally. This morning we tried it. Zagun people, they came with it traditionally, and then the Bagi people came with it traditionally. It attracted attention. And all that we want to come in a unique way to attract attention, that people will hear about Jesus. And we believe lives will be touched and they will accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. And after that, we want to see that we have 1,500 choristers, that at all times Ecwa is organizing any program, they will be presenting songs during such programs.
This choir competition used to hold almost every year in Ecwa because it's in the constitution of Ecwa and Ecwa allows it. Normally what the criteria they used to make up this competition is from the LCs. All the choirs from the LCs, they will prepare a song and also they will go and sing at the LCC, then LCC to the DCC, then DCC to the zone. So the zone will choose the best out of the DCCs. So the DCC will come and represent them at the international level. And at this time, the zones that are doing this competition this time around are 6. And it is very, very important for all the choristers across Ecwa and in all our churches to participate in this choir competition because it builds, and also the song that is being sung is really nourishing and is inspiring. For those who listen and those who are participating, is really encouraging.
Choir members were dressed appropriately for this contest, giving a good first impression, which is extremely important in the competition for the judges, not just to remember you as a singer, but as a performer. They were well coordinated in using the stage rightly with a well-planned movement, going uniformly with one another and to the beat of the music, which clearly showed that there was a vocal warm-up before mounting the stage to perform, in order to have a unique voice and presentation that builds up confidence. This and much more was seen in all the contests as they came ready for the trophy. The sole aim of the choir international competition is to win souls for Christ through songs, and for artists and choir members to know that their gift is a very useful tool in the work of ministry and should not be sidelined. These activities have come to their competition.
Well, the Ecwa Annual Choir Competition is a very important event in the life of in scriptures. You couldn't have gotten choir members except from the tribe of Levites, which is the same tribe that produces the priests in the Old Testament. And so the choir is a very important aspect of the church and a very vital ministry. So this competition is to foster unity among choir members, and also to encourage learning and improvement, so that as others see some, they will learn from their expertise and indeed even from their mistakes. So the competition is not in the sense of competing for to become enemies, but it is in the sense of bringing out your best so that others can learn from you. So it's to encourage people to bring out their best. And by the grace of God, this is an annual program as enshrined in our Ecwa Constitution.
As worship shifts your mindset and changes your perspective on the world, it also pushes you into your destiny and cleans you of your past and heals wounds, breaking generational curses to hear God and let God hear from you clearly. Good governance depends on an ability to exercise power and make good decisions over time across a spectrum of economic, social, environmental and other areas, which is linked to the government capacity for knowledge, mediation, resource allocation, implementation and maintenance of key relationship amongst themselves and the citizens. This long-awaited and the first of its kind gubernatorial debate of aspirants on Plateau was held on Saturday, 13th August 2022, with 5 of the aspirants present in the likes of Comrade Luka Pampe representing the People's Redemption Party, Dr. Nentawe Yilwada representing the All Progressive Congress, Honorable Caleb Mufwang representing the People's Democratic Party, Pharmacist James Shwapshaka representing the Social Democratic Party, Mr. Samuel Abashi representing the All Progressive Grand Alliance. The essence of the debate is to bring the aspirants closer to the people, sensitize the public as election draws closer, and know what the various aspirants have to offer to the people if elected into power.
I've spent my life committed to people in the rural communities, in the cities, providing humanitarian services, starting with my village, where I provided scholarships, where I've developed youths, provided skills, creating jobs at the lower level, in the midstream, providing services, being in government, being a director in university, and I've seen that in all these things, I can do best when I become the executive governor of the state. I can deploy what I've done before at the lower level into the state. And I know that I have experience in terms of security, in terms of the economy, because I work on so many economic ventures. And I feel the major problem of Plateau State is the economy and the security, and the opportunity of deploying that across the state and improving the culture of life of people of Plateau State. That's why I want to contest for the governor of Plateau State.
And I have enjoyed quite a lot from Plateau State. Free education up to university. I've only paid for masters in my life. And there come a time that you want to give back that thing to the society, what you have gained. And the only way you can do is seek the executive powers where you can make those things happen. And that were the key issues I considered.
It's not about ambition. I see this as a calling to serve our people and to remedy the situation in which we have found ourselves and to raise Plateau to the Committee of States where we can be proud that we are among the states to be reckoned with in Nigeria.
In my own opinion, between yesterday and tomorrow, I offer myself to serve. And I believe that this will provide me the opportunity to be able to bring on board the kind of ideas I want to drive Plateau progressively in terms of providing the basics for our people. Now, if you also look at it clearly, you will also see that being a governor, rather than any other position, will provide a platform where you will have a readily provided opportunity to be able to use resources at your own disposal to address the myriads of problems confronting the people as far as governance is concerned.
In Nigeria, the evolution of power is between the executive power, legislative, as well as judicial. And in the context of Nigeria, the executive power is the most consequential. And I've been asked this question before. And my answer to that is because I want to be impactful. And executive power is the only way you can be impactful in the current system of Nigeria.
It is of importance that people get to test the IQ of aspirants by knowing what they plan to bring and also how they intend to develop the state, affecting lives positively, providing a welcoming atmosphere to investors, infrastructure development, growth, and all the likes for a better Plateau. The program was highly interactive, where viewers had the opportunity to vote in whoever they feel has the mandate, irrespective of state of residence or origin. Voting continues until 5:59 p.m. on Saturday, the 20th of August 2022. Watch the program on all Ecwa Television social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. As a lifestyle television station highlighting all aspects of life, we are bent on making a change, and politics is not exempted, as it's an example of it is not exempted as it's an important fair in the nation. Ecwa Schools Administrators Conference is ongoing. It started from Monday 15th to Thursday 18th August 2022. The theme for the conference is the Ecwa Schools Administrator as a panacea for the predicament in our schools today. Various insightful teachings on how Ecwa schools can run effectively without having hitches and obstructions in the academic calendar. The spiritual and moral decadence and causes in decline in the spiritual lives of students, which was traced down to parental abandonment, where many children are caught up in the trap of being left alone without parental connection as a result of parents engaging in several time-consuming activities, which is vice versa with poor upbringing and over-pampering of wards. Student awards are expected to adapt and conform to moral principles and social convention, which are unwrittenly rules, norms, and values governing behavior. Morality is concerned with the distinction between rights and wrongs, and also motivation based on idea of right and wrong, with decline in religious training and moral laxity. Ecwa schools and administrators are determined to impact spiritual and moral upbringing, and this starts with prayers, which is fundamental in the lives of ward. Discipline against bad habits is a detrimental act, whereby involving in such which leads to drowning in various crimes like drug abuse, robbery, prostitution, exam malpractice, and different scams. Youth are caught up with all these acts if not properly trained. Solutions were proffered for moral decadence, which are provision of guidance and counseling of wards straying away, punishment for offenders, encouraging parents to provide basic needs like food to sustain their wards, employment to youths when they graduate, and teaching to study the word of God, while parents and teachers serves as model for the learners who most constantly walk in the light. Referring to the life of the Israelite during the time of Nehemiah, who is a replica of what is needed in our nation, Nigeria. Insecurity is a challenge in education, thus the need to secure the school environment for effective learning, preparing solutions on how security can be guaranteed in schools, especially Ecwa schools, which is a case study. The Director of Education, Ecwa, Reverend Professor Stephen Y. Baba, and the Chairman, Planning Committee for the conference, Reverend Ilya George, interacted with Ecwa Television, and they have this to say.
Ecwa is known for education, and we've been doing it for years, since the establishment of the church. And you can see that in every arms of education, we are there, starting from the nursery, primary, secondary, and the tertiary. We have colleges of nursing, colleges of midwifery, International College of Computer in Jos, and our Bingham University, where business entrepreneurship is uppermost. We've been having the leadership of the church, the Ecwa president and the Ecwa general secretary, speaking concerning the situation of insecurity in the nation at large and in all the schools, not only Ecwa schools. But we thank the Lord that it's becoming very calm now. But we are putting things in place so that our schools will be protected. And we also teach our students some of the security tips, both students and teachers, so that when they see any action that is not welcoming, they quickly put things in measure to be able to safeguard both the students and the teachers.
Our schools are not safe. To come up with one of the topics in our theme, the Ecwa School Administrator as panacea for the predicament in our schools today. So we have decided that we will talk about security, the insecurity and security in our schools. And we felt the right people to invite are those who are piloting the affairs of our schools. All school administrators are chief security officers of their schools. So to let them know that this insecurity can affect the enrollment of the school, as if our schools are not safe, parents will not see the need to bring their children to us, to entrust their children to us. So we have seen the need to bring experts who talk about the security, how to make sure we maintain security in our schools, Ecwa schools, and even our neighboring Ecwa schools, other denomination schools. Let them know that they are the panaceas, mean the solutions to the issue of social, spiritual and moral decadence in our schools. They must be godly, and they must work together with those who are also godly. They come up with programs and also check the learners very, very well and make sure we produce godly future leaders as we continue to work together day in, day out.
Quality education is paramount in the life of every child, and Ecwa schools are determined to do all it takes not to deprive children entrusted in their care of this and many more. There are currently more than 6,000 Ecwa congregation with more than 10 million members. Ecwa has over 90 district church councils, 100 of local churches, and also thousands of local churches and 100 of prayer houses. Keep watching Ecwa TV International. Thank you.